Cool. So going around the table, continuing, why did your last boyfriend dump you?
Yeah, I broke up with him because, this was before Christ, and we.
Was he a druid?
He actually did play
or a shaman?
He was a mage main.
He played mage?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, typical.
Anyways,
you would date a mage. Life on easy mode. Fucking being a mage. Get those portals to Orgrimmar, and was he Horde or Alliance?
Horde.
Yeah. AoE farming, like life on easy mode. Anyways, so why did you dump him or whatever? It's because he was a mage, right?
No. Just because I think there was a lot of emotional cheating that was going on, and
emotional cheating.
Yeah, and then he had an issue with me doing OnlyFans content, and at the time I couldn't see that. I'm like, well, who cares? Why does that matter if I'm not the one doing anything? And I couldn't see that hypocrisy. So while in the meantime, I was upset with him for following OnlyFans girls. And it was just this ridiculous back and forth, and we just couldn't come to a conclusion until I came to Christ, and I realized oh my gosh, I was wrong. We were both wrong, and I reached out to him and reconciled and asked for his forgiveness.
I have a question that's totally unrelated, and I forgot if it was Cheyenne. Is it how do you say?
Cheyenne, yes.
Cheyenne. But did you say that we're made in the image of God?
I'm Claire.
No, I know, but I forgot which one of you said. But did you say that?
Me.
But do you agree with her that we're made in the?
Yeah.
Okay, I have a question for you, and it's maybe semi-related to the question you refused to answer. But I noticed that you're wearing color contacts. I don't know biblically if there's anything there when it comes to altering your appearance, but you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
What is your question?
Well,
he's wondering if you wear the contact lenses because you think it makes you look better than if you wear glasses.
Yeah, I wear contacts because I think I look better in it than I do with glasses.
That's like a half answer to the previous question. Wait, but go ahead.
Is it coming full circle, Brian? Is it coming full circle?
Yeah.
A little bit.
I'd say so.
What? Am I on to something here? I feel like I'm on to something with the colored contacts, but I don't know how to articulate it.
Well, so he's just wondering, clearly you have some sort of self-rating for how it is that you must look and appear to other people because you yourself think you look better with the contacts than without the contacts. So he's just saying, is that a glorification of God that you wear contact lenses instead of glasses?
Well, the point that I was making when I was talking earlier about that whether that question glorifies God is that I wasn't sure if it glorified God, so I'm gonna stay on the safe side and not answer that question. I have the answers to these questions, but I'm going to abstain, and I'm not going to entertain any sort of trying to squeeze out an answer from me.
Well, in this particular case, though, all I'm doing is asking about consistency. So if it is that I'm not answering question A because it's no glorification to God, is there a glorification to God in you answering whether or not you wear contact lenses instead of glasses because you think that it makes other people think you're more attractive in some way?
I think the way that I see that is me wearing the color green right now. Is that glorifying to God? Yeah, I can do that to the glory of God.
How?
What do you mean how? Can you elaborate your question?
How is it glorifying to God that you wear green because you think it makes you look better?
I think we have free will, and we can choose what color to wear, and
I'm not asking about free will. I'm asking about how you think it's glorifying.
That's my answer to your question, is that how is that glorifying to God?
Okay. Well, how does free will explain how it glorifies God if you wear green?
The Bible says to do all things to the glory of God, and even eating food. So I can even ask you, like, how is eating food glorifying
You're
to
just
God?
asserting the claim. You're just reasserting the claim. I already know what the claim is.
Yeah. So
I'm
that's
asking you how it does this thing.
Yeah, so I'm doing it to the glory of God, that we have free will and we can choose what colors to wear, what foods to eat. That's my answer.
Yeah, but how does it glorify God for you to wear green? Without reasserting the claim that it does because it does, tell me how it does.
Free will and our ability to choose, and that we're not just robots that wear gray or all, wearing like black and white. So that is my answer.
Well, free will would assert that you can wear green, even if it was not to the glory of God. Not that you're wearing green because it is a glorification to Him.
I think we can do all things to the glory of God, and that's what Scripture says.
Yeah, I know. I'm asking you how you wearing the color green would be a glorification of God.
I'm so glad I'm not that inf donated $100. So you, too, outwardly appear righteous to men, but inwardly you are full of hypocrisy and lawlessness. Matthew 23:28. Stop being self-righteous. You make the of hoes seem tolerable.
Yeah, well, anyway, so back to the reason I'm asking this question, I'll just give you the answer, right? The reason I'm asking this question as to how is because I think
Grid
that
1
there's
Motorsports donated $100. So I obviously missed something here. Asian of girl has nudes out on the internet, but she refused to rate her potential as a wife. Wow, God would love for you to be honest and genuine. Do better.
That's correct. I'm going to refuse to rate my potential wife rate and my looks.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway,
Thank you, Grid One.
Just from my perspective, and I do love Grid One. He's a good guy, but from my perspective, I'm just trying to figure out how you came to the conclusion that this equates glorification of God. You say because I have free will. Yes, you have free will. Nobody's disputing that, but you can use the free will for evil ends as well. The question just becomes, how is you not wearing glasses and wearing contacts instead because you think it makes you look more attractive to another person is the glorification of God without us making the assertion, another assertion? Can you just tell me how, from your worldview, it does?
I'd be happy to maybe have this conversation with you, like, separately with another individual, but on the podcast, like, I've already explained that I'm not gonna, go further with the original question, and people have expressed here that they're getting frustrated with this constant back and forth, so I won't answer anymore. I'm not going to answer anymore.
I attest to that. Let's
Go
move
ahead.
on.
Yeah, but who cares? They just want their attention, right? We're having a good exchange here.
It's not a
We're
good
having
exchange.
a good exchange.
No,
Boring,
it's
and
not
wanna
that
move
we
the
want
fuck
our
on.
attention. We
I'm
want to hear
sorry.
everyone's
We
answer.
wanna hear everyone's answer.
Yeah.
I've never
I
heard
know.
all of
It's
it.
ridiculous.
Calm down. We're almost done. We're almost done.
We just want to hear everyone
I
answer
forget
the
their
question.
names, everything about them.
I've been on
All
so
right,
many
all right.
podcasts.
Well, move it on.
Let's
I'm
go.
sorry.
Move
Taking too much
on.
of your
Move
Stop
on.
it. We don't want to hear about your views.
Why did your boyfriend?
I broke up with him, and I just wasn't feeling it anymore.
You weren't feeling it anymore.
Wow, it's so easy, right? To
Like,
answer.
Boom.
Boom.
Get it over with.
What do you mean you weren't feeling it
I just
anymore?
wasn't feeling love for him, and I just didn't want to be in a relationship anymore.
Okay.
It was a month. It was only a month, so it wasn't like I was
All right.
yeah.
It's easy.
There you go.
There you go, baby. Yes, good girl.
She's never been in a relationship.
Yeah.
She's
Never
never
been
been in a
What about
relationship.
you?
We just parted ways and it just started to get physical.
Sorry to get
Oh.
Oh no.
And
after
that-
you
that's-
parted ways.
Physical how?
Well, that's why I broke up with him.
I see.
Oh, he's abusive?
Uh,
Good for you.
Cut that shit.
so
out.
like immediately
Goodbye.
once it got physical, you immediately broke up with him?
Packed my stuff.
Okay,
left.
good.
Good.
As you should.
Good. It occurs to me oftentimes I hear from women saying, well, why are men scared of commitment? Why are men scared of commitment? Men are commitment phobic. But when we went around the table here and I asked you sort of what the downfall was of your last relationships, almost all of you said that you initiated the breakups. And it occurs to me that, and perhaps we could go around the table really quickly on this, more often than not, actually just show of hands, more often than not, in any scenario where and it could be early on, like a couple dates, and you're saying, not really feeling it, all the way to long term, been dating for years. More often than not, are you pumping the brakes and ending things, long term or short term, or is the guy? So show hands, more often than not, if you're ending it.
I'm like really like in the middle. It's been like
Middle?
super
What about-
50-50 for me.
It's me. Absolutely me.
Always you.
I wouldn't have
Usually-
wanted to. I would have just wanted to fix it. Same.
For all your relationships, though, more often than not, are you ending? Show of hands if you're ending things more often than not. Okay, so it occurs to me then, women often complain, like I said, of men being scared of commitment, but if women are overwhelmingly ending relationships, and also we have the divorce statistics, women are overwhelmingly initiating divorce, do men have reason? It's not, well, one, I don't even think if it's clear to me that men are scared of commitment, but maybe they righteously do have a reason to be scared of it because women overwhelmingly end relationships. And then secondly, why is it that you guys so desperately want commitment, but then when you get it, you guys overwhelmingly end said relationships?
I don't think there
Fear?
was commitment. That's why it was ended.
I think fear that they're gonna leave you.
Wait, you
So you
end
back
it?
out. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think women just want commitment from the right person. If it's not the right person, they're gonna end
Yeah,
it.
there's no
No,
reason.
but I'm assuming this is like, you got commitment, right? Perhaps not in the short terms one, but in the long term relationships, I'm assuming you guys had commitment in
So
terms
you're
of
talking about commitment,
monogamy.
like long-term
Not emotionally
dating
always.
relationships, or like dating, like
Well, I mean, I'm speaking more so with long-term relationships.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's
Crickets.
Is that okay?
I didn't.
Checkmate, I guess.
I just
don't-
wasn't in love.
did
The one time that I was in that long-term relationship, we were almost married. I just didn't want to. I wanted to have that like feeling of love, and I didn't
Yeah.
feel like it was right for him.
Okay.
Because I didn't want to be selfish and just be like, this is great, like we're best friends,
Right.
everything's great. But I also want better for him. I want him to find that girl that's going to be like absolutely obsessed with him, and I didn't want to just like do it because my family
Sure.
loved it, and he, you know what I mean. I wanted him to find that.
Well, my
I
long-term
want to find that.
relationship, it ended because we both just grew apart. We were like roommates at one point. It was no longer a sexual or romantic thing. It was like a roommate vibe.
Dead bedroom?
Yes, essentially. Like having sex once a year.
Oh wow.
Whose fault was that?
Both of our fault.
So
He had a job in the nightlife, working at a nightclub, and I was an 8 to 5 graphic designer. So we had very opposite hours.
Right, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we just grew apart.
Interesting. All right.
Yeah.
Well, so we've gotten a bit of a rundown on all of your most recent relationships and how they ended to some degree. So going back to the question of what does being single actually mean? We've got some attractive girls at the table. I'm sure there's some guys in the DMs, or you're dating them, or you're having sex
I'm
behind
single as fuck.
the nightclub. I don't know.
I mean, I'm single. I'm gonna just,
You're just gonna what?
mingle.
When's the last time you were on a date with a guy?
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
When's the last time you had carnal knowledge of a man? I think this is a really great
I don't
It's
even
a
know.
great question. Answer
Wait,
it truthfully.
today.
Yes.
Can you please explain the
can
term
concur.
again?
What do you
sex.
mean?
Sex.
Oh, fuck. Okay, yeah, we had sex
Today.
2 weeks ago. Oh, today,
t-
yes.
You had sex today. But the last time you went on a date was
2 weeks
2
ago.
weeks ago. Okay.
And yeah, I had sex.
Okay. With the guy you went on a date with 2 weeks ago? Wait.
I'm her best friends. Like I know everything.
Yeah?
She knows
So
all the
Was it a
dirties.
different guy?
Shut the.
Yes, it was.
It was a different guy. So you went on a. So I'm
Went on a
curious.
date, yeah.
I
but
did not.
Have you ever gone on a date with the guy that you had sex with today?
No, I didn't go on a date today with that guy.
No. Have you ever gone on a date with him?
Yes, yes, I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you don't count like
The first date.
having sex as a date, really.
Nah. I don't count that. It was just like, we had sex, it was great, and I was
Bada
like,
bing,
all right,
bada boom.
see ya.
Was it like you went over there today, or you spent the night yesterday type thing?
It was like I spent the night like last week.
Oh, okay.
He's talking about today, this morning.
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
Explain it, what it was.
What?
Oh,
Say what it
was it a
was.
shoot?
Yes.
It was a shoot?
Manuel Ferrara.
Who's that?
The
Wait, hold on.
famous porn star.
Who the fuck is that guy?
They all know. They know who he is. All these guys will
Well,
know
you
who
already
he is.
asked me what I do, so like.
Oh, so it was for work then?
Yeah. Why are you
It's
trying
for
to tell
work.
me or make it sound
I
like
thought
a date?
it was more like.
It was not a date.
Because you don't. I assume you don't consider that like
A date? I do not.
not a date, but like, let's say it was just a civilian, or like let's say it wasn't for work, but it was still like a someone also in the industry.
Like a one night stand?
Do you guys?
Off camera, you mean?
Do you guys,
there's
like,
on
I
camera,
don't do
off
off camera.
You don't do
No.
off camera?
On camera,
Okay.
off camera. That's what you mean.
If I have off camera sex, I'm actually going on a date with the guy. Like, if they want to go on a date, which sometimes they do. And I'm
Okay.
just like, all right, cool. Well, this is what I do.
How many scenes do you do per week?
I'm not mainstream, so I don't really do like
Oh, okay. It's kind
that
of-
many.
yeah.
When I travel for work, that's when I'm doing scenes. Like,
Yeah.
but I'm collabing. So
Okay.
probably like if I'm out here for like 1 week, I'll do 5.
5 scenes
Mm.
with different men.
Hell yeah.
Okay, I see. All right. And then, are you, aside from the scenes that you're doing for your work, are you
Sexually active?
pursuing any men
No,
romantically?
not really.
Any
I
civilians?
flirt with people.
Would you guys date like another guy who's in the
No, not right now.
industry? Okay. Okay. So you flirt, but no carnal knowledge.
Nah,
of-
not really.
Okay. All right. Do you have a roster currently?
What's a roster mean? Like, explain.
Scheduled guys.
Like
Yes.
you got multiple guys you're currently entertaining. You may or may not be sleeping with.
Oh, you're
Oh,
talking
oh,
about
like a
like
roster.
dating wise?
Like a roster dating wise.
There's like
Wait, as
maybe-
opposed to sex.
thought you
just-
meant
I thought you.
work-
I thought you were talking
work-wise.
about like my work schedule.
no.
Oh, like personally.
There's like 1 or 2 guys.
One or
There's
two
one
guys.
guy.
Okay.
1.5.
Any 1.5? Okay.
It's really one guy.
But have you guys had carnal knowledge?
Yeah,
like, could you just say sex?
like 3 years ago.
3 years ago.
He's a college sweetheart type of deal.
Which community college was it?
It was not community
Oh,
college.
oops. Sorry, my bad. Which? Oh, maybe you don't want to say. I don't.
Such a comedian.
Champlain College from like it's an art college in
Oh, cool.
Vermont.
All right. So what about you? Do you have a roster right now?
I don't have a roster.
No roster.
I'm
Ever
very,
had a
like-
roster?
No.
Never had a roster.
Actually, I'm a very demisexual person. Like in my personal life, for the last few years, I've been through so much shit with guys. I'll be honest. This is just honesty. Make the funny noises.
What is
Demisexual is like
demisexual?
I used to need like a strong connection, so I could say
Used
that.
to. So now you
Used to.
don't.
Used to.
Now
Yeah.
now it doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter.
Just- okay.
So now it's like work related. So, like I said, I was a nurse for 13 years. I was a neonatal ICU nurse. I was the good girl that you guys love up until 35.
Nurses are
Yeah,
red
put it-
flags, to be honest.
Okay, that's fine. That's a red flag for you. It's a projection. But I was a
No,
nurse.
it's okay.
What is
whatever.
it like? Studied red flag?
Were you a travel nurse?
Nope. I was a neonatal ICU nurse. I took care of sick
Not
and
that
dying
specifically.
children.
Just you
Nope,
were an
never
RN.
traveled.
RN.
RN.
Yeah, red flag.
Okay, that's your red flag.
Red flag.
That's not
Huge red flag.
for you.
For
Is that for society? Is that like studied? Is that like what?
A lot of
Who?
dudes.
A lot of dudes. Who are these lot of dudes?
A lot of dudes.
A lot of dudes on your show, or just like is
In
it
general.
studied in general? Okay, cool.
In general,
Projection.
trust.
But okay.
Trust.
Trust.
We've-
Okay.
There's
I
a lot of
trust you.
nurses out there. We've all had our experiences.
I think nurses are great and we need them in society. So I think we should
Sure.
stop saying stuff like that because
Well,
there's
I
not
mean,
going
when
to
it
be
comes
there's going to
to
be a
dating-
shortage of nurses soon for people like you that say that and say
because
that
the-
nurses
you
are
think-
red flags.
You think there's going to be a shortage of nurses?
Yes, there
because,
absolutely is going to be a
because of my-
shortage because we
of
get
my
treated like
podcast?
shit. No, we get treated like shit in the workplace. We don't make enough money because if I made enough money, I wouldn't be a
Nurses
porn
make-
star on the internet.
Nurses make pretty good money.
No, we don't.
Yeah, they
Let's
do.
go. Let's have this debate right now.
Can I ask something?
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
You said that you wouldn't make money. You wouldn't be doing porn work if
I wouldn't.
you.
If I made more money as a nurse, absolutely not. Never.
How much were you making?
So I live in New York City. I live in Brooklyn. As a single woman, I was a nurse for 13 years. I started my career at $80,000 a year. So after 2 full weeks of working, the most intensive job, handing people their dead babies. I had a very stressful job, and I love to say this, and I love to say what nursing's really like sometimes. So I would come home, my paycheck would be like $800-900 after taxes in New York City. So after 2 weeks of full work, stressed out, 16-hour days, dealing with the most stressful job, I was at a breaking point. I was 13 years in. I would have had to work another 33 years as a nurse. And I feel like it needs to change in society, and we need to just be serious about it and have conversations about it, because I wouldn't choose what I'm doing now. I wouldn't.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I did actually have a study for nurses. I thought you might find it interesting. So it is true that nurses do not have more sexual contacts than women not working their profession. Point for you, right? Mm-hmm. But more often betray their partners, up to 25% more often. Yep. And
probably
more than other women,
so
they have far more oral sex, 70% to 50%, anal sex, 31% to 18%. They're far more promiscuous across the board.
Okay, that's, if it's a fact, it's a fact. What I'm saying is, let me go back to what I was saying as a nurse and why I made this decision to do what I do now. Yeah. So
you can go back to what you were saying. I just wanted to,
thank you for that little clip.
You had asked if there was a study of any kind, and yes, this actually, though the research is still.
But that's not a red flag. Right? That's just a study. Is that a red flag?
Infidelity is definitely greater likelihood.
Yeah, infidelity.
Oh, but you didn't say infidelity. You just said we're more likely to have anal sex, oral sex, this and that.
No, he mentioned.
Okay, just say infidelity.
Infidelity. 25% more likely to step out on the partner. I was
like Grey's Anatomy.
I've actually never cheated on somebody, and I'm a nurse.
Right,
in my life.
In general.
Yeah, but
in general, I mean, in my life, I've never cheated on somebody actually. And I'm a nurse.
we understand you may not have.
We're
just looking at why nurses would be a red flag or not.
Okay, I get that. It's studied. I get it, because everyone's.
I'm not making a judgment on nurses in terms of their profession.
I'm going to come from an.
Grid One Motorsports donated $100. This panel is kinda scuffed. B. One must ask at this point, what mind and mood altering substances are these folks on? Guessing it is a long list. Crazy / hot matrix in full effect.
Cool.
Okay, anyway, let's get back to our conversation.
We were talking about
important.
Actually, I'm not really that interested in
nurses and red flags. No,
no, just in the explanation of, well, here's how much.
You don't want to hear. I think
blah,
people
blah,
should
blah.
want to hear about why I decided to fuck on the internet instead of actually taking care of dying and sick children and being a great something in society, which men would consider me a high value woman.
Well, I mean, when you put it that way.
Okay, yes. Let's go, because
the
you wanted the interesting people on this podcast.
$100. Nurses are completely full of themselves. You do not have the hardest job in the world. The Lance Corporal getting shot at has the hardest job in the world. You're not a victim, you're a thought.
So nurses are thoughts?
No, he's saying you're. I think.
So I'm asking a question. Nurses are thoughts?
U''RE. I don't think he's making.
So I'm a thought. Okay, I'm a thought now. But let me go back a few years ago when I was a nurse in an ICU. I didn't say I had one of the hardest jobs. It's actually in the Guinness Book of World Records. You could look it up. Nursing school is very challenging. I'm a very educated person.
Nursing's the hardest job.
It's one of the hardest. It's very hard.
Wait, Nick? Can you pull up those?
I will.
Hold on, Nick. Pull up
nursing school. Nursing school
videos on the fucking boat. Pull up those boat videos. Wait,
I love how we can't answer my question about why I became a OnlyFans,
we'll get
money
to it.
And talking about
nursing's the hardest job.
What
about like underwater? What's it
so
called?
would you be able to hand somebody their dying children? You think that's hard or not? Emotionally, mentally, physically, educationally. How do you think that's not hard? You'd be able to do it? It's like
probably
so easy?
Difficult. Yeah,
it's difficult. It's a hard job.
Yeah. Probably that's another. Probably all the trauma that you see working that sort of job probably extends into the relationships that you have with men. Which actually you're arguing for my point for why women who are nurses can be a red flag, because they're dealing with a lot of trauma in the workplace, and that's going to have an impact in the relationship.
So there should be therapy for nurses.
You can get that on your own time, but it's not clear to me.
My insurance paid for that? The insomnia. I actually tried to get a sleep study. They put me on Ambien. A lot of stuff.
Exhibit A.
Oh, I'm a red flag, right? I'm a red flag?
I mean, by your own self-admission, you're saying, because of my work.
No, I'm passionate about what I do.
Because of my work,
for nurses.
Here are all the negative consequences that I've encountered in my personal life.
A lot of negative consequences being
and a lot of men don't want to date women with that sort of baggage.
So why would anyone want to be a nurse? Should we change this
I'm not
in
saying
society
it's a bad
and have different
job,
conversations?
but
not call nurses red flags. It's very triggering to somebody like me, where I wanted to actually take care of people. I wanted to do better in life, and I wanted to be this person that I wanted to work and make a difference. And I get hit with that with my ex-boyfriend. One of my boyfriends left me because I would come home and I would cry and I would take my job home. and I know you're stressed out or you're like irritated.
This is
by
No,
this.
I'm-
You look
weird, though.
irritated.
How can you say?
Hold on, wait.
Like
Just
okay. Go.
wait.
Okay.
Just let her finish. So you would have a tough day at
Very
work,
tough day at
and
work.
you'd go home to your boyfriend, and you'd what?
And
Cry?
he'd say, I don't want to hear about your job and your day at work because I don't want to take your. And I understand that as a person now that's older.
How is that not a red
But I was
flag?
in my early 20s.
How is that not a undesirable
Okay, it's undesirable.
scenario
Yes.
with a partner?
Yes, but I understand that because I wouldn't want to deal with that either. Sometimes someone coming home
But
and
why?
projecting
Then
their
why
job.
do you object to me
But
saying you have firsthand
was
experience
in
on this?
my
Why do you object?
20s.
Hold on, let me finish.
Okay.
Why do you object to me saying it's a red flag when you yourself have
You said
firsthand
nurses
experience?
are red flags, but not all nurses come home and do that.
Well, why risk it?
What do you mean? Why risk what?
Well, I mean, look, he
Coming home and
cited
talking to my
the
boyfriend about my
infidelity.
job?
He cited the infidelity study.
Okay.
Nursing
Yeah.
in general, in my understanding, is a stressful job.
Very stressful.
A lot of people bring their stress in their workplace back to their home life, back to their relationships.
Mm-hmm.
So good for you. You're making more money than somebody who perhaps has a
But would you
little
rather
simpler
date
job.
me as a nurse? Would you rather date me as an
I would-
OnlyFans girl because I left because of the stress? Am I more desirable now or as a nurse? Answer that question.
Oh, the OF
As a
is-
nurse,
Wait, what? What do you mean?
you would be more desirable as a nurse to date
Why?
than as an
Yeah,
OnlyFans.
It's a
the
red
OF,
flag.
The OF is worse.
Yeah,
Okay, the
but
OF is
but
worse. So you'd rather
OF
date
is
me as a
a-
nurse.
is
So I should have
another
stayed as a
major red
nurse to
flag,
find a
right?
man, right?
Well,
Maybe I'd be married.
Well, do you?
Hang on,
do
I'm
you-
trying to answer your question,
Okay.
right? So here, let me answer your question.
Okay.
Yes, it would be more desirable to date a nurse over an OnlyFans girl, but that does not negate the fact that there would still be red flags associated with nurses. Why would these things exclude each other?
Mm-hmm. You don't
so
think doctors
to be
are red
charitable,
flags then?
hang on, to be charitable to you,
I
you
can
are
answer that.
right.
Okay.
I did confirm what you said, which it is true that a nursing degree is one of the hardest ranked degrees to get. So to be maximum charitable to you, you were correct about that, but that does not negate whether or not for dating that would be a red flag or not.
Okay. Would you go on a date with a nurse?
Yeah, I've dated nurses, and I have firsthand experience
Okay.
having dated nurses. Also, when it comes to specifically, I know there's obviously nurses who are kind of geographically locked. They don't have plans to move. But travel nurses, for example, I mean, if they've had 20 previous assignments, they've been in a place for 3 months. In my head, and I see you on a dating app, I'm thinking like that's some flight attendant shit. In each new city, you fucked a bunch of other dudes. And that's another conversation when it comes to body count. But a travel nurse, if she's on a dating app, she was on a dating app in each one of those cities, and she's looking for a short-term thing. That means her body count is ramped up. That's assuming she gets with just one guy in that city. It could be 2, it could be 3, it could be a dozen.
Okay.
So travel nurse is a major.
So is that a study? Travel nurses are more promiscuous?
Well,
And they
simply by virtue,
have more sex with more guys in different cities?
I don't think there's a study,
Or
but
that's just your, like,
well, hold
take
on.
on
Let
it.
me. I'll answer.
Well,
Let me
hang on,
answer.
there
Let me
is,
answer the
yes.
question.
The answer is yes. The
Well, let me
answer
answer.
is yes.
Let me just answer. So,
It's studied though. I
Okay.
just want to know.
well, simply by virtue, if you move to a new geographical region every 3 months versus someone who's locked in one location, who's more likely to end up in a long-term relationship?
Somebody that's not traveling.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's not, look, you could be a travel nurse and be a virgin, but just by virtue of you constantly moving, you're probably not going to be able to lock down. If you're going from New
I don't
York
think
and
a
I'm
woman
moving
that's
over
travel
here,
nursing, like if I took a travel nurse job, I don't think I'd be looking for a relationship because I don't know
so you'd
my.
just be fucking.
I wouldn't say I'd be fucking. I'd be working. You know, we work a lot. So my days off.
Did you
when
go
I
to
was
bars
a nurse,
and clubs?
No, I'm
You don't?
almost 40 years old. I
Did
don't
you ever
do
go
clubs.
to?
When I was like in my early 20s, I
Okay.
don't care. I hate clubs.
Have you been on dating apps?
Nope.
Okay. What's your body count?
I don't actually have a little book in my house where I write it down and I'm like, today I had sex
Okay.
with this person and it's my body count. I don't know. But I can say that before I'm doing what I'm doing right now, I probably could have counted in the last 3 or 4 years, even being on OnlyFans, how many people I've had sex with on one hand.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
And I've been monogamous on OnlyFans as well. Laugh at me.
Can
Well,
I just?
I'm not actually laughing
No,
at you.
you
I
weren't.
just
This
wanted
guy
to-
behind me was.
I wanted to engage with you a little bit on this.
She called you out there.
So I don't
Brian-
know. It was
Brian
so
is
funny.
correct.
I'm being honest. Like, I'm not lying. I'm here to be honest.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, good. That's why
Oops.
I want to engage on this with you if you don't
Yeah.
mind. So
No, I absolutely
uh,
want to talk about it. Yeah. I want to talk about
yeah, so-
nurses. I want to talk about. I want to change the stigma and everything.
Yeah, so Brian is saying that just by nature of somebody who's in a travel capacity of any kind, whether it's male or female, and there are studies which back this up, but I'm not even sure that you would need them, because it kind of just goes to logic that if you're traveling around, opportunities come up far more than if you are based in a home and go to a single area for work.
Nope.
There's almost... but you just agreed that logically
Nurses
earlier
work 3
when
to
you
4 days
hang
a
on,
week.
stop.
Okay.
You literally just agreed not more than 5 minutes ago with Brian that it stands to reason that somebody who traveled would have more opportunity for these things than not, and now you're changing your
I
answer.
changed my mind, actually, the way it makes sense, because when I was a nurse, I worked 3 to 4 days a week, and those days that I was off, it doesn't matter if I'm in a different city or in my city, and if I want to go out and party and hang out and like meet guys, it doesn't matter if I'm in a different city or in my city. It's the same thing.
Yeah, but if you're a person who travels, if you're a traveling nurse or traveling salesman, it wouldn't
Okay.
matter. You're going to be introduced to a much wider array for people. Therefore, there's more opportunity for intermingling. That's the point.
Have you ever fucked in the hospital?
Never, ever. I actually took a code of ethics as a nurse, and we weren't allowed to do specific things, and it was very serious. Laugh about it, but I couldn't dress up as a nurse for Halloween. There's different things. You take a code of ethics, and you have to actually respect your job in a specific way. I didn't take nude photos when I was a nurse. I was still on OnlyFans, but I just sold specific type of content until I left my job, and I respected my profession, and I always will.
Okay. Well, I don't think we need to linger too long on the nursing thing, but you do OnlyFans too, correct?
Yeah, and I have real estate investments, so like I'm an Airbnb superhost and whatnot.
Can you scoot your mic a little closer?
Yeah.
What do you do on OF? Is it solo content, PG?
When I'm in a
et cetera?
relationship, I do boy-girl content.
Okay.
So it's like if I'm dating someone, then I have done boy-girl. So like I'll use that person and like we can have threesomes together, and like I'll collab with like porn star females with whoever guy I'm dating.
Sure.
But that's pretty much just like
Okay.
what I've done.
Cheyenne, you used to be involved in that life. Why don't you give us, in your pre-show notes, you gave us kind of like a little synopsis on your background a little bit. If you can, unfortunately, I think I mentioned this. I lost all my notes.
Yeah.
But so if you can restate kind of your background.
Sure. I didn't know if this was a word that we couldn't use as like the code of conduct in the beginning. Can we say the P word, PORN? I just didn't know if we could say it. Because someone said something about it.
Adult
we just say
content
that?
is better,
Sex
yeah.
work?
Okay. Okay. So we, okay.
Adult
Very cool.
work is, adult work, adult content is
Okay,
better.
cool.
Adult
Yeah.
entertainment.
So I'll just tell a little bit of how I grew up. So my mother was a madam, actually. So and it's pretty rare because she's Asian, you know. So usually Asians are like, you know, like goody two shoes, but my mom was a rebel for sure. And I grew up in a highly sexualized environment. I started masturbating when I was 5 years old, you know. And so I grew up taking care of my sisters. All of our dads are different, you know. Dads were absent, and so I was a dancer. I also was in the adult film. And then I also was an escort. I had tons of sugar daddies in LA, New York, every state. I had a sugar daddy, you know. So that's I literally
Every state? Like Wyoming?
a lot. Probably not that one. But
North Dakota?
it's so random. No, because it's not the city.
You said
Maybe I was exaggerating a bit.
Oh,
I was
okay.
exaggerating. I'm sorry. Yes.
Boise?
No.
Did you have one in Boise, Idaho?
No. I'm from Ohio originally, though. It's close.
What do you mean you grew up in a highly sexualized environment? What does that mean?
Yeah.
Not sure we want to go
Oh,
there.
okay, yeah.
But you said
okay.
your mom had a brothel, basically? She was a madame?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So I basically had a very...
You said you escorted sugar daddies in every city?
Yeah, like a lot of cities.
A lot of
Yes.
cities, right.
And so that's basically how I built my life when I first moved to LA 6 years ago. When I was 20, I was also fresh out of a divorce. I got married for 5 months, got a divorce, was traumatized, moved out here. So I wanted to comment on what you guys were saying too. Yeah, like I'll be honest, like, yeah, a lot of girls have a lot of trauma. Guys do too. We all have trauma. And when we get in relationships, you know, like both of the traumas just collide, you know. And I will admit, like, I've broken up with every one of my boyfriends, and I'll admit that, and I'm not proud of that. It was due to my own trauma. And also I couldn't handle what they were putting on me because of my background, because I'm still in the healing process. And that's where Jesus comes in, right? Like once you surrender, he starts to heal you. It doesn't happen overnight, but that's like where I'm at. And that's why I'm single, because I'm not healed yet, like fully with certain things that God has to change and morph in the character of my heart in order to have a healthy relationship.
So you were you in the mainstream adult
Yes.
industry? Did you also did OF too, or did you?
It's so funny because before OF was a thing, I knew about it and I made an account, but I never posted.
Okay.
But then I sold things on Snapchat before OF.
Sure. Wait,
So-
I don't know if did you operate as Cheyenne Matthews?
No.
Okay.
I've had a few aliases.
Few aliases?
Yeah.
Do you share those or no? Oh wait, oh God. That's
No.
gonna sound like I'm like soliciting so I can search it for it later.
No, it's okay.
I swear, I was just curious if like there's were you pretty popular when you were doing this? Like well known in the space, I guess?
No comment.
Okay, that's
I think
fine.
you know.
Well, I don't know. I haven't seen any of your shit, but but okay. So you said when did you start escorting?
Ooh, man, 18.
Okay.
Yeah.
And were you stripped? Did you strip at all?
Yes.
Okay. And you were like hustling sugar daddies and shit?
Yes.
What was the hustle? Did you have some tricks?
Yes.
Marks?
Yes.
What's the term?
Everything.
What's the marks? Tricks?
Tricks.
Tricks? Johns?
I honestly, like, I'll say this too. I used to have a different vocabulary. Like, I grew up in like a very, ghetto environment.
You said you're half Asian, half white. Are you Filipina? Or what's?
So technically I have Korean and Japanese, Native
okay.
American and European.
Okay, got it.
So I speak Korean fluently too. So thank you, Grandma. Yeah. Yeah.
Anybody in Seoul? Like you said, you had some
Yes.
sugar daddies and.
No, not there. I tried, but it didn't work out because I was only there for 2 weeks and it just,
okay.
they were robots.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so you escorted.
Yeah.
When did you stop escorting?
Last year, May 15th of last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many clients over the entire course of your escorting career did you have?
Whew. I don't know. Hundreds for sure.
Hundreds?
Yeah.
In escorting?
Yeah.
And then how many sugar daddies total do you think you had?
It's interesting because, like, I had one for 6 years and I cut it off with him last year. And it was, part of it, and this is just the human side, because we're all human. Like, I was very attached to, I didn't love him in a romantic way. I was attached because of the attention he gave me and the money with it. And I didn't grow up with my dad, and so definitely the father wound and the mother wound played a part in the way he treated me. And so it was really tough to cut it off with some of the sugar daddies because of that, but I did, and I've replaced that, with just every time I feel lonely or if I feel like I get triggered, because, we all have triggers. We all have triggers. We all have trauma, and if I get lonely, I just start to pray, or I'll go into like a fast or I read scripture, and it just fills me. It fills that void. It fills that loneliness. It fills that depression or anxiety that's trying to seep in again, because I used to be depressed for years, especially when I had my marriage and when I was, I had a lot of relationships as well. Yeah.
Okay. So, on the what's it called? I'm always curious about opening this up to the rest of the table.
Yeah.
Who here has had a sugar daddy?
I currently have 3.
You have 3?
I've had.
Wait,
I've only
what?
had one.
One? What about you?
Never had.
Never had?
No.
Well, what about the OF guys?
No.
They're like sugar daddies.
They're
They just
kind
buy
of
content.
They're digital sugar
They're not
daddies.
Digital sugar daddy.
I've been like the sugar mama.
What about you?
Me too.
I've just been the sugar mama.
I've been
I've
the
always
sugar
been
mama
that.
too.
You've
Okay.
been the sugar mama. What about
Yeah, for
Probably,
sure.
Yeah, for sure.
What do you mean?
I've
you? You said
spent
so
money.
you've had one.
One like actual one, yeah.
Okay, you've had 3. You've had sounded like countless.
Yeah.
Have you had any sugar daddies, or is this an abstain?
No,
Or-
like, can we define what sugar daddy is? It's like one person giving money to.
Yeah, like there's
Okay.
he's giving you money.
An allowance.
Is there a
That's-
specific amount of money?
Yeah.
That's like
that makes you a sugar
excluding
daddy?
like OnlyFans type of stuff, right?
Yeah.
That doesn't count, or it does count.
Well, if you have a whale or something, and
A whale.
Okay, well then
they're
you gotta,
they're
you
kind
gotta
of
go
similar.
back on that one.
They're kind of
Of course we have
similar.
whales.
I don't consider
Those are
whales
virtual
sugar daddies.
right?
They're a little bit similar.
they're kind of similar.
I mean, my sugar daddy
No.
was
No.
literally overseas. It was
Don't they give you an
digital.
allowance like to live your life, like pay
He
your
would
rent, like a
just
sugar
pay me
daddy takes care of
$500
you,
here and
like
there.
he's your daddy?
no reason.
For example,
You're
like
giving him sugar.
I was a.
Well, you're not
very-
Yeah,
always
you
have
show
to give a sugar daddy sugar.
Hold on.
True.
Not
Hold on.
always.
Go ahead. Guys,
Or it's
stop.
non-intentional.
Stop.
Because the opposite.
Go ahead.
So for example, like I was like a Twitch streamer, and obviously Twitch doesn't allow that kind of content, like per se. And so it's like, are you talking about like people who's donating through Twitch as well?
No, like somebody where it's more like you have a direct communication
then
line.
no.
And okay, have
I
you
have
had
not.
Nope.
no sugar
Mine
daddy?
were just scammers.
What's that?
They were just scammers. They were
Yeah,
bots.
most of them are
Yeah,
scammers.
I had a guy. He sent me a Buffalo Wild Wing check for like $5,000 when it was fake.
For $5,000.